And we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed. Don't worry. Be happy. The landlord say your rent is late. You might have to litigate. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy.
And the Queen Street Band. Yes, Tanis and Pierre are taking some vacation time, and grateful for their service here, but grateful also that they get to have some time off, which is well-deserved. So I want to say hello to Tanis and Pierre, who I'm imagining are watching us online, and hello to everyone else who is watching us online, and hello to everyone who is in the room here. Grateful to have you here on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. How is everyone? Awesome. My name is Jonathan Zenz, if you don't know me. I'm thinking every single face here is familiar, so you all know me, yes? Grateful. Today is all about gratitude, clearly, because that's all I can say. Let's kick this off with a great Jason Mraz tune. And if you feel, this is a little more of a laid-back tune than we normally do in this moment, but if you want to stand up and groove with it, and you'll catch on. It's a good song. Here we go. Do we want to try that again? Let's try that again. Nice, clean opening. 1, 2. If this life is one act, why do we lay all these traps? We put them right in our path so we can learn to be free. I will not waste my days making up all kinds of ways to worry about all the things that will not happen to me. So I just let go of what I know I don't know, and I know I only do this by living in the moment, living my life easy and breezy, with peace in my life, peace in my heart, with peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home, living in the moment. I'm letting myself off the hook for things that I've done. I let the past go past, and now I'm having my fun. I'm letting go of the thoughts that do not make me strong, and I believe this way can be the same for everyone. And if I fall asleep, I know you'll be the only one who'll remind me to live in the moment, to live my life easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, with peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I can't walk through life facing backwards. I've tried more than once to just make sure, but I was denied the future I've been searching for. But I spun around and hurt no more. Living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, peace in my heart, with peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment, I'm living my life, easy and breezy, peace in my mind, got peace in my heart, I got peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. Living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, peace in my heart, with peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home, living in the moment. Today is an easy breezy kind of a day. You feeling it? You feel that easy breezy energy in the air when everything just seems to be unfolding gracefully and easily. It's such a nice feeling when that happens, isn't it? We have nothing to worry about. We can just go on and live and enjoy life, which is what life is all about. Life is about the enjoyment and the infusion of a deeper understanding that there is only one thing at the core of all creation, that is love. Love is the only thing. And today we are celebrating love right here in this time and in this place as a community, and I'm so grateful for that. Easy for me to say. We have in our center beautiful, loving souls who have committed themselves to this philosophy and to the proliferation of this teaching in their own lives, and they are here to serve you as well. And so each week we have one of them get up and offer their words of wisdom and insight. We call them spiritual practitioners. They are licensed through our organization to work with people, and today, offering her words of wisdom is our practitioner of the day. Please welcome Linda Visosky.
Good morning, and thank you, Reverend Jonathan. Good morning to everybody here. Oh, this sounds a little echoing. What can you do about that? It's up to you. Anyway, welcome to those also online here this morning. My name is Linda Visosky, as Jonathan mentioned, and I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the center. Today is Easy Peasy Day, and I'm often reminded of the quote of our founder, Ernest Holmes, because it's one that I truly live by most days, no, all days. And he speaks about a trained mind is more powerful than an untrained mind. I constantly, quietly monitor my thoughts and my mind like a hawk. I really do. Because as Ernest Holmes says, we can get lost in a willy-nilly world where our thoughts, oh, hi, Carol, take us over. I know that if I become unhinged, and when I do, guess what? I have work to do. This isn't about that person, that situation. It's about me. I recently had a situation where I did become unhinged. I experienced feelings of self-doubt, unworthiness, inadequacy. Can anyone relate to that? Okay, so I had sat in those feelings for a really short period of time, shed a few tears, sat in silence, and then I put my pen in hand and I started to journal. Journaled my thoughts and what Spirit said to me, call a practitioner. So I immediately got on the phone, called a practitioner, and within a few minutes I was able to shift this consciousness to a new way of being and feeling. I'm always open. I know I have the tools, thanks to this science of mind, to get back on track. So I moved forward in my day in a place of self-acceptance and self-love. Setbacks, as we know, as Judy reminds me, are only apparent. They are never real. So I remind myself to be open, receptive, and welcoming for my highest good. I reflect on the power of my words, whether positive or negative, for this is the energy I send out into the world. My morning ritual is very sacred to me. I choose in each and every moment to feel the vibration of love. I shower myself with loving kindness. I get up in the morning, get a cup of hot water and lemon, sit quietly in my beautiful living room surrounded by candles, and go into silence. I know that Spirit, God, is my inner teacher and my inner guide. After early dawn, I'm always up by 6. I get dressed and I walk to my sacred garden. I've shared that with you, this place in nature. And this is a place I find peace in my heart and I feel in alignment with God. My question to you this morning is, where and in what time of your day do you really feel this presence of this oneness with the divine? Are you open to receiving? Several friends of mine sometimes spend time in their morning in silence and contemplation and prayer. Other friends of mine, like Judy, loves to go to Edward's garden and feel the feelings and the energy of the flowers. Another dear friend of mine loves to take a bike and a hike into High Park. I experience this oneness often, just simply sipping my cup of coffee in the morning. So how often do we allow ourselves this time of presence and receptivity with the divine? In these quiet moments, I often say to myself throughout my day, God, what would you have me say? What would you have me do? I know I'm always at choice to entertain thoughts of peace, love, and joy at all times, no matter what. For all my choices have an effect in the world, and we know this more than any at this time in our lives. All our thoughts and words have power. Each and every moment I am in choice. Do I choose to strengthen this connection with the divine in love or not? Oh, I love this story. Last week I had the privilege of sharing lunch with a very dear friend. This gentleman is a passionate, intelligent, courageous, loving man. Oh, did I tell you he was 90 years of age? He is. He's 90 years of age. We have shared over 40 years of business and personal friendship together. His name is Zeke O'Connor. And he has just returned, yes, at 90, have returned from the Himalaya Mountains, visiting the country that, as you know, was torn with an earthquake just a year ago. So throughout the conversation, Zeke is president of this Zareb and Hillary Foundation, he was creating a vision of the funds we've created in order to create steel structures for the schools and hospitals so that if this should ever happen again, there won't be quite the same devastation. Throughout our time together, though, I was just riveted, and I mean riveted, to my chair, fueled by Zeke's commitment, his determination, and his focus to rebuild this country of Nepal. After a beautiful lunch together, he looked at me, and I just sat and listened for about 2 hours. And he took my hand and he said, Linda, I'm an ordinary man, and I'm living an extraordinary life. 90 years of age. I felt so blessed to be in his company. But I then went home and reflected, am I living an ordinary life, or am I living an extraordinary life? I'm living an extraordinary life. How about you? I'm also very blessed, really blessed, to share a mastermind group here in Toronto. And we meet every second Tuesday or Wednesday. And here's our mandate. We are here to witness and support on holy grounds the expansion and evolvement of ourselves and each other to a deeper expression of our true magnificence. Wow. No matter what. We encourage and support each other and deeply embody our connection, our sisterhood. So this week in our group, we were committed to what was called $1 million moments. You're probably asking what these are. $1 million moments, which were coined by one of the sisters, can be a kind word expressed. It can to a friend or stranger. It can be a goal that someone has achieved. It can be a random act of kindness. Or it can simply be an aha moment. An experience that really enriched our lives. I feel so blessed to be part of this group and feel the oneness of the energy we all share together. So in closing and throughout all of life's experiences, and this is a new revelation for me, I commit to living my life of service, of oneness. Now this isn't new. A commitment to living a life in my oneness and of service and consciousness of who I am. What is new is I really know deep within me, there's a deep knowing. It's not in my head, it's not my words, it's not my heart with my feelings, but it's a deep knowing anchored in my soul of who I am. This is because of this teaching and this practice. So this is the journey I'm on, and I really deeply embody and know who I am. I am the eternal goodness of all God, of all life. So I love you, I thank you, and I bless you, and namaste. So I thought about an affirmation for today, and it goes like this. I'll say it once, and then we can repeat it together. I allow my unique divine love and light to shine for everyone to see. See, let's say that together. I allow my divine love and light to shine for everyone to see. One more time. I allow my divine love and light to shine for everyone to see. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
And I invite us all to take a breath, allow ourselves to reflect on the words Linda has just offered. The reminder that we are that which is. We are the very core of life itself, expressing in the here and now. When we truly come into alignment with this principle, as you have done and as you have illustrated, life gets better. Life just gets better. We express more fully, more thoroughly from our heart in every moment. This is the truth. So I invite us all to breathe into this moment, this understanding, deepening into it as we enjoy the beautiful, beautiful song by Carrie.
What is love? I ask myself. What does it mean to me? Some say it's all the infinite, life's pure energy. Sometimes love's a quiet ear, listening and reserved. Sometimes love is deafening, needing to be heard. Love is love is love is love. Love is love is love. What is love for you, my heart? What means the most to you? What do you desire? What is it you hold true? Love is love is love is love. Love is love is love.
So with this in mind, love is love is love is love. I allow myself to go to that place of open receptivity as I enjoy this word of affirmative prayer from Linda.
And in this moment, I embody the oneness and the love of all life. For this is the truth of who we are. We are love, we are light, we are peace, we are joy, we are wisdom. We are one. And I trust and I know that God is the source of all creation. And I trust and I know that I am guided, I'm guarded, I'm protected at all times with this divine energy, which flows effortlessly through every cell of my body. I'm rich with the richness of this divine energy. I'm strong, I'm guided, I'm healed by this oneness. And I feel and see this oneness in every person I see here today. I see the divine presence of love, of light, of beauty, of peace. And as I walk through this day, I connect with every person in this way, deeply knowing in my heart, I am here to be of service in and through and as the divine. And as I know this truth, everything unfolds perfectly. And I am so grateful for the presence of the divine in each and every person here, grateful for the love that we are. And I swim in this sea of gratitude. More and more good comes our way. And with an open, grateful heart, I release these words to the law. I release, I let go, I trust, and I know. And together, please join me, and we say, and so it is.
What is love? I ask myself. It should be crystal clear. I see anger, hate and pain, hopelessness and fear. Where is love when there's such need? When I cannot see, there is love. There's only love that comes from within me. Love is love, is love, is love. Love is love, is love. Love is love, is love, is love. Love is love, is love.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Linda. Take that energy in. Just allow that energy to be present. This week, early in the week, Stephen sent me an email. I'm going to tell the story. Stephen sent me an email. Sure. He says, this is what I'm thinking about doing, and he sent me the list of songs, and of course he sent songs. And this is where you're going to get to choose a song, to me. This is where you're going to get to choose a song, and this is where you're going to get to choose a song. And the song that he had originally chosen for this point in the service, I said, I'm not really feeling that today. I'm not really feeling it for this experience, and it kind of doesn't go with the message of what we're going to be talking about on Sunday. And what I'm grateful for is the flexibility and the freedom and the flow that this entire music team allows. And Stephen said, you know what? You're right. And so the next day he came and he had found a song I'd never heard before, and he has put it together to present to all of us today. So please welcome Stephen Belair and the Queen Street Band.
Woke up this morning, I suddenly realized we are all in this together. I started smiling, 'cause you were smiling. We're all in this together. I'm made of atoms, you're made of atoms. We're all in this together. And long division, it doesn't matter, we are all in this together, yeah. I saw you walking, In the city, we're all in this together. The city's changing, 'cause we are changing. We're all in this together. Every 12 seconds, someone remembers we are all in this together. And in the kitchen of your rent-control apartment, we're all in this together. Come on, baby, I don't need to rush you. I only wanted to reach out and touch you. I gotta start to open my heart. I know you're thinking about jumping ship before it sinks, but we are all in this together. Ask a scientist, it's quantum physics, we're all in this together. And on the subway, we feel like strangers, we're all in this together. Yeah, I love you and you love her and she loves him, but we are all in this together. You know, baby, there's been protection in all the history of human connection. Come on, darling, it's alright to show me you don't ever need to be lonely. Once you start to open your heart. I saw you crying, I started crying, 'cause we're all in this together. And then religion, it's a big decision. Though we're all in this together, we are all in this together. 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 We are all in this together.
Stephen Belair, the Queen Street Band. We're all in this together. We are all in this together. So the moment that went through my mind when he sent me the email and said he had found this song is he put the title of the song in the subject line. It said, "We're all in this together," and I thought, oh, the song from High School Musical. Which, if you don't know, that's not a funny joke. But there is a song called "We're All in This Together" from High School Musical, and I thought, well, that would be an interesting choice, and it's actually a good song for. But then he had sent a YouTube link to this song, and I was like, oh, I love this, and it's absolutely perfect for today. It's perfect for today. We wrap up this month of July with our theme, loving kindness and forgiveness. And today truly is about kindness. It's about kindness. And the topic that was offered by the Home Office for today for us all to share, the communities, the Center for Spiritual Living communities across the world are doing similar themes and talks each week. And so what was offered today is, we see our communities as being open, receptive, and welcoming of all people, all faiths, and all paths to God. We see our communities as being open, receptive, and welcoming of all people, all faiths, and all paths to God. And no one is excluded from that. No one is excluded from that. I think the rhetoric of the world lately has been far too focused on excluding people rather than being inclusive. And I have even fallen into it myself when I say, I want the world to love and be inclusive and everything, but those people over there, they're saying the wrong message. Well, that in and of itself is exclusion. That's exclusion. It's saying there's something separate from me. There's something separate from what I believe. And that's not the truth. The truth is, I have an obligation to understand life from a different perspective. This is what I've committed myself to as a minister within this philosophy. So I'm going to start with this idea, which is one of the most important aspects of this entire philosophy. And it is this: the universe is impersonal. The universe is impersonal. The creative nature is impersonal. And that sounds like, but hold on, wait a minute. Shouldn't I have a personal relationship with the divine? Absolutely. We should all have a personal relationship, not with the divine, but as the divine, because that is who and what we are. The creative nature, the principle itself, is impersonal. It doesn't care what it creates. It has no judgment around what it creates. It does not discern and sit here and say, well, I'm going to create this today, but I'm not going to create that today. The discernment comes down to us. How are we being discerning? Because we are the very creative nature of the universe embodied in the here and now. And so, the function of it is impersonal. We are the ones who personalize this creative spirit. And so what are you personalizing today? What is it that you are bringing to the fold today? Are you bringing more divisiveness, or are you bringing more inclusiveness and love? That's the big question for today. I am you, and you are me, and we are one. We're all in this together. I know it's almost the Beatles, right? We're all in this together. So Ernest Holmes writes this: the universe is impersonal. It gives to all. It is no respecter of persons. It values each alike. Hear that? It values each alike. We all have inherent value as the livingness of this divine spirit in form. So it values each alike. Its nature is to impart, ours to receive. When we stand in the light, we cast a shadow across the pathway of our own experience. And I've had a lot of people who have asked me about this quote. When we stand in the light, we cast a shadow across the pathway of our own experience. It's a funny quote, isn't it? Like, what does that really mean? What is he trying to get to here? Here's what it means to me, is that regardless of the light, if I stand in the way of the light through my form, I cast a shadow in front of me. And that can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. What am I willing to do? Am I willing to step back and be more transparent in my expression of love so that the shadow is lessened? Or am I going to hold firm to an idea that form itself is important so that the shadow becomes more hard-pressed? Because once that shadow becomes more hard-pressed, it's very difficult to escape the darkness. It's very difficult to escape the darkness. So my job is to live the light. My job is to live the light. There's a lot more that can be accomplished by each and every one of us if we give in to love. More and more and more. We must give in to love. There's a very famous man who is purported to have said something along the lines of, love God with all thy heart and all thy soul, your mind and strength. Does anyone know who said that? Who? Jesus. Jesus. Love God with all thy heart, all thy soul, your mind, and strength. And this is not saying love God out there. What he's really saying is love that inner divine knower. Love that lover that is within each and every one of us. Love thyself as thy neighbor, which is what he follows that up with. Love thyself as thy neighbor. And then he says, this is the most important commandment. Can you tell I've been teaching a Bible class lately? This is the most important commandment. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love thy neighbor as thyself. That's pretty clear. It's pretty clear language, don't you think? I mean, it's translated, and I'm not a scholar in Greek, so I didn't go back to look at the original Greek as it was set down. But I'm imagining that, with all the translations that are out there that basically all say, love thy neighbor as thyself, this is the most important commandment. It's probably not too far off of a mistranslation if it was mistranslated. There is no separation. I am you, and you are me, and we are one. If we are loving our neighbors as ourselves, we are loving ourselves and loving all of humanity and loving the entire creative process, and it's just a big old love fest. It's a big old love fest. And then I have to step back and go, okay, so if love is this thing that I'm saying is the most important thing, and I agree with Jesus in this, if love is the most important thing, then what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. You all got that musical reference. What is love? Love is more than what many of us perceive as love, which is a connectedness of two people. It is more than the connectedness of two people. It is more than what we perceive to be romantic involvement. It is more than that. It is more than love of family. It is more than love as we have narrowed this definition down to mean a very specific thing in the world. Love is, as Ernest Holmes writes, the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. And I love that he writes this. It is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. Ooh, that feels good. It gives me God bumps. It is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. Love is the very nature of creation. Love is the nature of creation. And the more we love, the more effectively we create. Get it? The more we love, the more effectively we create. Love is an energy that begins in that heart space. And the more we give into that, the more we know who we are and know that we're all in this together, the more effectively we experience creation. The more effectively we experience life on our terms, the way we would like it to be, which is a life of joy and happiness. Isn't that what we're all here for? To live a life of joy and happiness? Give in to love. Give in to the creative nature that is inherent within each and every one of us, because it is who we are. We are love. It is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. By loving, by being the embodiment of love, if love is the self-givingness of the Spirit, then being the embodiment of love means that we are giving of ourselves more freely and openly. And it is through a desire for life to express itself. So as we are giving of ourselves, life is expressing itself more thoroughly by means of each and every one of us. And it is showing up in terms of creation. Okay, so what does creation mean, right? So we teach a creative process within this philosophy. We teach that everything that exists in the world is the effect of this creative process. We teach the law of cause and effect. It's one of two things we teach. We teach the law of cause and effect, and we teach that there is unity, that there is only one thing going on, and we're all part of that same thing. So those are the two things we teach. The law of cause and effect works this way. Everything that shows up in my experience is the effect. There is some cause behind that effect, and what we teach is that that cause is entirely in mind. That what we think, we become. What we believe, we become. What we feel, we become. And we attract those things which we become to ourselves as well. So if we are thinking in terms of anger, we become anger. And we attract to ourselves all of those things that will keep us in that place of expressing anger. If we believe we are love, we express only love, that self-givingness of Spirit. And what we do is we then attract to ourselves everything that supports that ideal. So, We have this world of effect that we all live in. And here's the most depressing news for some people. It's great news for me. Because people ask, well, if the whole point of this philosophy is to start to get in touch with what you're thinking, but you have all of these beliefs that are below the level of your awareness, how do you get in touch with those things? How do you know what those things are so that you can begin to change them? And the answer is very simple. If you want to know what your belief system is, look at your life. Look at your life. Is your life the life you expect and the life that you want? Is your life filled with love? Is it filled with joy? Is it filled with harmony? I'm not here to depress anyone if it's not. Because I can just imagine everybody out there going, oh, really? Oh. Because here's the better news. You don't have to know what created it in the first place. Your job is simply to give in to love more and more and more and more and watch your life experience turn around. Watch the life experience turn around because you've done nothing more than change your mind. You have done nothing more than to embody a deeper belief that there is only one thing going on. There is only love. And it's who and what we are. Love, the self-givingness of spirit. And that pull, some people may have experienced this. Do you ever feel that pull away from love in the world? There are things that are going on in the world and it feels like it's pulling you away from that loving presence that you would like to be. Is everything okay? Okay. That pull of love can sometimes feel very strong. It can feel very strong. But it only feels strong when we're only looking at the effects. When we're only looking at the effects, the pull away from love can feel very powerful. I was given some feedback this week that I should stop talking about U.S. politics. But given the nature of what I'm talking about today, I want to say what I'm experiencing right now in the nature of the U.S. politics is I'm seeing, there are two camps, basically. And I see one camp that is giving into love. And I see one camp that is giving into the effects and pulling away from love. And I know which side of the equation I personally would like to be on. I am always about the love. I'm always about the love. That's it. But boy, I watch people in my circles. I watch people, I'm a social media guy. I'm on Facebook a lot. And I watch people as they struggle with each other around whether or not they're giving into love or going the other direction. And and in one camp, there's even conflict within that one camp, There's conflict everywhere. Let's just call it what it is. There is conflict everywhere. You okay with that? You are? I heard, yeah, I'm okay with conflict. No, that's okay. Ours is not to engage in the conflict. Ours is to engage in love. Ours is to engage in love. And so I asked myself, what is it that I would like to be today? I would like to be more loving. And I would like everything in my life to come from that point of view. So, the pull away from love feels very prevalent in what I'm experiencing and watching and observing. And I can be an objective observer. I don't have to be involved in it. I can be an objective observer. And then what my responsibility as the objective observer is to do is to be love. So, here's what's happening. I watch all of the effects of these two camps. I watch all of the effects. And the way that I change the experience of life to unity rather than this divided nature is not to try to unify with people. It is not my job to unify with people. It is not my job to unify with the circumstances. My job is to unify with the principle of life inherent within all people I see. There is a difference. There is a difference. There is that motivating, loving force that is within each and every one of us. My job is to unify with that, rather than the effects that people are expressing. Get the difference? You get that? Because people are going to express many, many effects. Many effects. Many effects. People are going to express them. It is my job to love that divine nature within each and every person, whether I disagree with them or not. That's my job. This is how we develop stronger communities, through this consciousness of oneness, through this consciousness of understanding that at the core, the heart level, we are all in this together. So there's a little story that I want to kind of wrap up today with, to say this is how we can be in the world. In Tennessee, a few years ago, in Cordova, Tennessee, there was a Muslim community. Their mosque was under construction. And I don't know, maybe you've heard about this story. So this Muslim community, during the holy month of Ramadan, had no place to gather. They didn't, because their mosque was under construction. And what was happening is, with the anti-Muslim rhetoric that was happening in the world after 9/11, they were being turned away from community centers, saying, no, we don't want you here because of fear. There is a church called the Heart Song Church in Cordova, Tennessee, and their pastor at this church saw what was happening, and he contacted this community and said, you're welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome to come here and use our space for your celebration every night, because during the month of Ramadan, they fast during the day, and at night, they celebrate and eat. Okay? So they had a space. Beautiful, right? There are people who left this man's church because of that decision, because of fear. But it was the loving thing to do. Wouldn't you agree? It was the loving thing to do. And here's how then that love expands and grows. A year later, even after the mosque was built, they continued to have a deep, close relationship as two faith communities. They developed a deep, close relationship as two faith communities, and they work together now on projects. One of the major projects that they work on is feeding the homeless together. So this is how love builds. Love builds, love builds, love builds. So how are we being more loving in our community today? How are we being more loving in our community today? The power of love outweighs everything we perceive to be unlike it. And do you hear how I phrased that? The power of love outweighs everything that we perceive to be unlike it. Because anything that we think is unlike it is simply in our perception. Because the core nature of all of it is love. It is divine. The power of love is expressed when we see ourselves and everyone else for who they are. We're all in this together. And we are the very expression and embodiment of a loving divine presence whose only desire is creation. And creation by means of each and every one of us. And so let's give into that creation more and more freely, openly, and in a heartfelt way, right here and right now. Let's make that commitment today, so that as we walk through these doors and we exit this place, all we see is that divine nature of love within each and every person we encounter, no matter what we might think about their circumstances or their effects. All we see is love. That's how we heal the world. Namaste. And I am ready to heal the world. I'm going to invite us all to take out whatever it is we're offering the center today in terms of our financial commitment, our tithe, our investment in the center. However we are choosing to give today. I choose to give through pre-authorized donations, and so I hold this card as a representation of my pre-authorized donation automatically getting deposited into the center's bank account on a weekly basis. If you are interested in knowing more about that, I'm happy to talk to you about that. But hold whatever it is you're offering the center today in your hand. Recognize that it is an energy. It is an energy of love. It is an energy of love. This is part of the creative nature. This is part of the miracle of life. And is simply part of the flow of all of it. And as we give into the flow, we get back from the flow, because this is a reciprocal universe. So let's read together the divine giving this affirmation, which is on your song sheet, on the song sheet side on the lower right-hand corner. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that spirit is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And as the baskets go around, we're going to be treated to a wonderful, wonderful Stephen Belair original. Have at it, Stephen.
1, 2, 3, 4. I like a coffee at the break of dawn. I like walking with my headphones on. I love knowing that I cannot hide all this love that I feel inside. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I like the sunshine in the afternoon. I like living on a lover's moon. I like the way I feel today, knowing that I'll be okay. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
Offer a blessing over this offering.
I am so thankful. Spirit is the source and substance of our supply. And knowing this, breathing this, I am deeply grateful. Grateful for our center, knowing that money is God in action. As we give, we receive, and as we receive, we give. I'm grateful for Jonathan, for Helen, Reverend Jonathan, our board, everybody here in our community that gives and receives their time and their talent and their treasure. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. So with an open, grateful heart, I release, I let go with deep gratitude, and we say, and so it is.
I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
I am so thankful. Thank you, Stephen. And thank you, Linda. Thank you, Carol and Karen. I'm going to invite Helen Vallot, Reverend Helen Vallot, up to the lectern to give us some information about what is happening here at the center. Welcome, Helen Vallot.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
A couple of things. One, I just want to piggyback on something that Reverend Jonathan mentioned in his service about inviting other communities into our space. And if you know of a community that needs space, needs a safe place to land, we've got space upstairs, we've got space available here during the week, come and see us, let us know, because that is certainly something that we're really dedicated to and want to support other communities that are in need. So let us know. All right. On to announcements. Let's see if I can do a more enthusiastic job about the classes that are ongoing than I did last week. Yes, Foundations class is still happening. A great, great class to learn affirmative prayer and meditation and how the creative process works, and you can drop in for that. And that is on Tuesdays.
Yes, Tuesdays.
Tuesdays at 7 p.m. upstairs. So you're certainly welcome to come in and take a class for that. Now, we also have new classes starting in the fall. Yes! Prosperity Plus. Prosperity Plus is an amazing program. It really changes your consciousness around money, prosperity, and abundance. And it is now an accredited class for those of you who need any extra credits for your practitioner course or any other course that you're taking. You're able to get accredited for this. So there will be sign up starting
I meant to have a sign-up sheet ready today.
today. Know that it's coming, because we actually will need to have people signed up by the end of August so that we can order all of the materials. You get CDs, you get a workbook. It is an absolutely phenomenal class to come and take. Changes your prosperity consciousness in a big, big way. Yes? For those of you who've taken it, yes. We also have in October, I'm teaching a class called Beyond the Law. It's Beyond the Law of Attraction, and it's based on Hollywell's book, Beyond the Law. It goes into all the laws of the universe. It is a fantastic course. It is a fantastic book. So that's going to be available coming in October. We have a Healing and Revealing Circle that is on Thursday, September 8th. And for those of you who don't know what that is, you get to come and sit in the presence of divine, unconditional love and let that be revealed within you. And the practitioners, and Jonathan and myself, well, we're practitioners too, always practitioners first. We treat. And it is a powerful, powerful experience to heal and reveal the divine within you. And so that's available to you on Thursday, September 8th at 7. And we have a couple of fun things. We have our yoga practices continuing next Saturday and Sunday.
I have something to say about that.
Oh,
so
okay.
The yoga practice that has been offered, we've been doing these series, and Harold has graciously offered a continuation of the yoga practice on Saturdays and Sundays, and he would like to do it from now on as a love offering on a love offering basis. So that means come here on Saturday or Sunday morning at 8 a.m., enjoy yoga, and all we're asking is that you provide a love offering at the completion of that. So it's a great opportunity. If you've never done yoga before, Harold is an incredibly talented yoga instructor, and we invite you all to join us for that.
Great, thank you. Yeah, Harold is an amazing teacher, and he's got such a Zen energy about him. You just go, oh, okay, your body will melt. We have meditation every Wednesday, and Jackie is giving the meditation this Wednesday at 6 p.m., so you're welcome to join us for that. And of course, we have our painting party on Monday, August 22nd, in which you will walk away with your own beautiful masterpiece. It is being held at Jane Roos Art Gallery. It's a fundraiser for the center, so proceeds come back to the center. We need a minimum of 10 people, which I think we have, but hey, we'll take more. So please sign up at the bookstore, and at the bookstore you will also get a sheet of paper in which to fill out your name, credit card information, or a check, and you will take that with you to Jane's studio on Monday, August 22nd, and that's at 7 p.m. So join us for that. And today is Potluck Sunday, so there are snacks and things after service, so join us for fellowship, and we'll see you there. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Thank you, Helen. Today is also a special day for me. It's July 31st, and it was 5 years ago today that I wrote 2 words on my Facebook status that connected me with this community, and those 2 words are, I passed, which is when I passed my ministerial exam and when this community came into my experience, and so I'm grateful for that. Let's take a breath. relaxing into this moment and allowing that spiritual nature that is inherent within each and every one of us, that is the energy of love, to be fully present at the heart level. Let's all open ourselves up to a deeper receptivity. A deeper receptivity. For this is the spiritual truth as it is being expressed by means of each and every one of us. And for this I am truly grateful. Now that I know the truth, I can't go back to what I used to do. I can't pretend or ignore or go back to what I believed before. I can't live without your love. I can't live without your light. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your warmth. I can't live without your wisdom. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your message. And here is the message. We are one. We are one. There's absolutely no separation. There's only this one infinite, divine, loving power. And it is who and what we are, each and every one of us, living its life, loving its love, expressing as it. We are steeped in a sea of receptivity. And this receptivity is coursing through each and every one of us. And I know that my words spoken here and now is showing up in my experience in perfection, perfectly aligned with my highest ideals, which is joy, love, light, life, peace, power, beauty, wisdom, knowing. For my highest ideals are the identity of this power, of this thing called life, of God, good orderly direction, greatness on demand. However we choose to express it and experience it, it is perfect creation. And I allow myself to relax into this sea of receptivity more and more and more, easefully and gracefully, knowing that as I do so, in alignment with this unified presence in my own mind, life gets better. And so I give into love in the here and now. I give into it more fully. I give into it more freely. I give in. I give in. I am so grateful for this understanding and grateful for all that has conspired to make this moment happen. The entire universe coming into alignment for this experience and for this community and for everything to be as it is, an expression of love. I'm grateful to everyone who has stepped up to make this experience what it is today. I'm grateful to Carol and Karen, our board members on duty. I'm grateful to Sandra, our greeter. I'm grateful to Marg in the bookstore. Grateful to Carol and Jackie for setting up and Mira for cleaning up. I'm grateful to Rebecca on our sound. I'm grateful to Jim on our webcast. I'm grateful to the entire Queen Street Band. I'm grateful for Alex stepping in today on guitar. I'm grateful to have Fran back. I'm grateful for Carrie and Stephen and Rustin. I am grateful. I am so grateful for Ellen and her beautiful meditation. And I'm grateful to Linda and her brilliant words of wisdom. I am grateful for this entire community and for who we are and how we stand up in this world. I am grateful. And so knowing this and allowing this and breathing into this knowing and gratitude, I simply relax, release, let go, and allow in full faith that the word spoken is complete I know it is so, as together we say, and so it is. Now that I know we're God, I can't hide behind this old facade. I can't lie to myself or know that I'm not perfect health. I can't live without your love. I can't live without your light. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your warmth. I can't live without your wisdom. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your message. Now that I know the truth, I can't go back to what I used to do. And so we're going to end the day with a great song that Carrie brought to us, Count on Me by Bruno Mars. Yeah. The lyrics are in your song sheet if you catch on and you want to sing with us. And stand up and
sing along.
have a good time.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 'cause I can count on you.
Have a great week, everyone.
Sort of like that.